Bueno, estamos en la misión 5.
The orcs have been repelled, and their war boss has been defeated. But this war is far from over. The orcs still threaten to overcome several major population centers, and could mass more than a large enough force to overwhelm the Imperial armies present on the planet. We have bought time, nothing more. But this is no longer a primary concern. Our scouts have recovered evidence that the forces of chaos, the great enemy, may be operating on this planet, right under our very noses. We must face this foe wherever they stand. If there is even a chance that they are here, we must seek them out and destroy them. Inquisitor Toth is demanding that we leave the planet, but of all the powers his position grants him, commandeering a space marine company is not one of them. I must admit that I find his presence unwelcome so soon after the events on my homeworld of Cyrene. Inquisitors have a way of inflaming a guilty conscience, and that I do not need right now.
Bueno. A ver qué onda. Pucha, el mapa acá está más lleno de orcos. Bueno. ¿Qué es eso brillando allá arriba? Ya tenemos
This warp
héroes.
storm could trap us here for a month or for a century. We cannot risk staying here. We must evacuate Tartarus before it arrives in 3 days' time.
The Imperial Guard and Holy Fleet can attend to the evacuation. The Blood Ravens have more pressing matters to contend with.
Such as?
I believe agents of chaos have taken strong root here.
I sense no taint here. Even so, were there a chaos presence on Tartarus, it is better we leave them here with the orcs than waste more lives fighting them. We could wish no worse fate for either of our enemies, and to be trapped with the other. But we must leave here now.
That is a matter for my brothers and I to decide. We will use these 3 days to settle our affairs and satisfy our suspicions. Meanwhile, you have our transports to facilitate evacuation.
Colonel Brom, the captain and I must attend to matters of faith. If you would leave us, please.
But surely this involves me as a...
Forgive me for not being clear on the matter. I said please, when in fact I meant now.
Yeah.
This does involve him. You should have shown him a modicum of respect.
Captain, you uncovered extensive heresy on your home world. Cyrene, was it?
That has nothing to do with the events here on Tartarus.
But I believe they do. You requested the Inquisition undertake an exterminatus, the destruction of your planet's entire populace, which we obliged.
I still fail to see...
Captain, I am not questioning your loyalty, but I must wonder if your actions on Cyrene have not affected your judgment. Perhaps that was a poor choice of words. I merely fear that you might see chaos, but it does not exist. I ask that as a loyal subject of the Emperor, you serve the Imperium's interest before your own agenda.
Captain, that Inquisitor had no right to speak to you in such manner. But perhaps he is right. The coming storm will trap our enemies here where they can consume one another.
And what if the forces of chaos escape the system before the storm? No. We will not use this freak occurrence as an excuse to avoid our enemies, or our responsibility. They are here for a reason, and we will discover that reason.
We are with you, brother Captain, as always.
¿Y
The
este?
humans are coming your way in full force. You should hear their heavy feet long before you see them, and smell them long before that.
¿Este es el caos o no?
Orbital Command has indicated the dropship landed in this general proximity. We've discovered a path, Captain. It's obvious someone has been digging here.
Cut by orcs?
I've never seen an orc lend such a careful hand to a task.
If it wasn't orcs, then it must be the forces of chaos.
¿Qué? ¿Qué pasa? De.
We will follow this path and discover the truth behind what has transpired here.
Bueno. 4 héroes
Yes.
a la pinta.
It will be done.
I am prepared.
Praise the Emperor. The sacred artifact will now be available softly, constructed, and we will have access to powerful abilities.
My knowledge is at your disposal.
None can stand before the Inquisition.
We can resolve. Bueno. Eso primero, luego esto.
Yes, Lord.
Luego qué. ¿Qué?
My faith is my shield.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
I await your instructions. Build routine 721 instructions.
Armería.
Build routine 721 initiated.
My faith is my shield. Confirmed. Agreed. I shall not fail. Agreed.
Okay, por
Follow my
acá.
lead.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
Today the enemy shall know fear.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Orcs, attack!
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. Mind
On
over
alert,
matter.
brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. My knowledge is at your disposal.
The Inquisition will destroy.
This day shall be a glorious one. They weren't attacking. They were fleeing.
What could inspire fear in an orc?
Yes, most beneficent
My
one.
knowledge is at your disposal.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath,
I
there can be
await
no
your
peace.
instructions. Build routine 721 instructions.
Falta para este.
As you wish. Here to serve.
Marine squad deployed.
Hope is the first
The
step
Emperor
on the road to
protects.
disappointment.
The Emperor protects.
Yes, my lord.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium. We
An
shall
open
know
mind
no
is like
fear.
a fortress with its gates unbarred and
Ah,
unguarded.
mira vos.
We are He who united stands with in me shall be his
I
service.
stand ready. Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
Ah, entonces sí o sí va a
Marine
ser.
squad
Await your
deployed. What's your order?
instructions.
The Emperor protects.
Venerate the immortal
Today
emperor.
the enemy shall know
Fear
fear.
not
La
the
otra
psyche.
torreta
My
ahí.
faith is my shield.
También que está fuerte las voces.
He who stands with me shall be my brother. What would
¿Qué es
you
lo que pasó
have
acá?
me
¿Por qué se
do?
murieron estos? Ya no.
Awaiting orders.
Fear not the psyche. At your command.
The Emperor protects.
Yes, Lord. Here to serve. As you wish.
Ever vigilant.
Beware the alien, the
Necesito
mutant,
puntos.
heretic.
Venerate the immortal emperor.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace. Today the enemy shall know fear.
A mí que hay un
For the
francotirador por acá.
Emperor.
This day shall be a glorious
Yes,
one
most
for the
beneficent
Imperium.
one. Build routine 721
Knowledge is power.
initiated.
At your
Hide it
command.
¿No lo pueden agarrar? No lo pueden. Ah, sí pueden. Muy bien.
At your command.
Nada más que construir ya todo.
Here to serve.
Venerate the immortal emperor. Fear not the psyche.
What is it you desire? Beware the alien, the mutant, the heretic. While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace. Walk softly.
Venerate
Yo le
the
añadiré
immortal
uno de
emperor.
estos. No sé si va a tener beneficio.
Today the enemy shall know fear.
Faith is our shield. We are the
I
Emperor's chosen.
await your instructions.
My faith is my shield. Agreed. For the
Eso,
glory
por
of the Emperor.
First step
de
on the road to
sargento.
Today the
disappointment.
enemy shall know fear. Faith and duty.
¿Este ya está actualizado? No. 250, híjole, muchos. Puedo ir sacando más.
Today the enemy shall know fear. I serve mankind. Today the enemy shall know fear.
Yes, Lord. I exist to serve. Build routine
He who
721
stands with me shall
initiated.
be my
Step on the
brother.
road to disappointment.
Praise the
Something
Emperor.
is not right here, Emperor.
These orc bodies do not look like they were dispatched by Imperial hands. We must proceed with caution.
Epa.
Beware the alien, the mutant, the heretic.
Fear not the psycho.
At your command.
¿Y esto? Ah,
Scouts
falta
advance.
investigación para eso. ¿Y dónde se investiga eso? Acá.
Faith is our
Yes,
shield.
Lord.
Heresy grows from idleness. Maintain attack formation.
¿Esto no se puede actualizar todavía o no se puede actualizar luego? ¿Qué? No puede ser. Vean. ¿Y acá? Ah, ya está, ya actualizado. Genio.
What would you have me do?
I shall never tire. Hide
On
it
alert,
well.
brothers. The enemy must be
Knowledge is
nearby.
Epa.
We were
Ahí
mistaken
está.
about the presence of the forces of chaos.
Be it Eldar or Chaos, this day shall be a glorious one for Press the Imperium.
Eldar.
He who stands with me shall be my brother.
Faith is our shield.
Walk softly and carry a big gun.
Yes, my lord. I sense danger. We will root it
Yes,
out.
most beneficent one.
Direct us to the enemy. Weapons at ready. It is time.
Actualizar. Uf. Falta.
Yes, Lord.
Crea más de esto en vez de eso.
Build routine 721
The
initiated.
Emperor protects.
Luego.
While the enemies of the Emperor
not
still
the
draw
Psycho.
breath, there can be no peace. For the glory
Emperor!
of the Emperor. Beware the alien, the mutant, the
Yes, most beneficent one. Build routine 721
This day
initiated.
shall be a
Venerate the
glorious
immortal
one for the
Emperor.
Imperium. On alert, brothers.
Under
The
fire.
enemy must be nearby. Fall back.
Epa.
We need Rhino
Meows.
transport tanks.
Ah, no.
They will allow us to get through
What's your
unscathed
order?
and attack the
Stay
Dark
vigilant.
Reapers on those cliffs above. Rhino transports are now available. The Emperor. Build them at the machine cult. We are united in his service. The heretic.
Fear not the psycho.
Today the enemy shall
My
know
knowledge is
fear.
at your disposal.
Yes, most beneficent one.
An open mind is like
Praise
a fortress
the
with its
Emperor.
gates unbarred and unguarded.
Bueno.
Yes, Lord.
Necesito esto. 350, déjate joder. ¿Qué es esto? Requisition. Bolsa que líder. Requisition apotecarios. Mantener sesión. Ah, mira vos. Bueno. Bueno. 350, déjate joder. Faltan más pesadas también. Sí o sí tiene que haber un...
Yes,
Una
most
torreta por-
beneficent one. Build routine 721
Algo para
initiated.
apoyar.
Under fire.
¡Y pa!
Ever vigilant.
¡No!
Fear denies.
Déjate joder. No tiene transporte
Your
seguro.
order. Ever vigilant. At your command.
Walk softly. Carry a
It's the
big
first
gun.
step on the road to disappointment.
Déjate joder.
We are the Emperor's chosen. Heresy grows from idleness.
Here to serve. Build routine 721 initiated.
Este va a estar,
I'll await
va a estar
your
largo.
instructions.
Sí.
We stand ready.
Rally squad!
Faith is our
While the
shield.
enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
Híjole, no voy a poder hacerlo todavía.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Tengo que actualizar este. Ella hace más rápido. Este también. Ahora ya 85 los recursos. 85 y 30. Vamos a ver cuánto sube con esto. Con esta actualización.
Knowledge is power.
Walk
Hide
softly
it well.
and carry a big gun.
Yes, Lord. Build routine 721 initiated. Yes, most beneficent one.
Fear denies faith.
Tengo que utilizar todo. 85, hay 39. Ok. Bueno.
What would
Entonces,
you
ahora
have me
sí.
do? Walk softly and carry a big gun. The Emperor protects.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Fear denies faith. Awaiting orders. We stand ready.
Este es Rhino Transport. Epa, ¿y este? Hellfire, ok. Fire Support. Ok. No, entonces, acá.
Yes, most beneficent one. Build routine 721 initiated.
Beware the alien. The mutant.
Scouts in position.
60 tastas.
Praise the Emperor.
Rhino transport deployed.
¿Cuánto será que entra en esto?
is prepared. Going straight to the front lines.
Pero esto... Ah, yo no puedo... atacarle a estos. ¿Eso es para avanzar nomás o qué? Ya. ¿Por qué no hago? Ah, no tengo... Bueno, no se puede hacer. ¿Verdad? No puedo hacer marines de asalto. Mira vos. Qué loco.
He who stands with me shall be my brother.
Ah, mira, 10.
Praise the
No le
Emperor.
resta entonces al sargento.
The Emperor
Fear
protects.
not,
Entonces,
Psycho.
este puede ir por...
With
con
me,
este,
brothers. My knowledge is at your
I
disposal.
am ready to pass
con la otra
judgment.
escuadra.
What would you have me do?
Fear not the
On
Psycho.
alert, brothers.
Yes.
The
Esto
enemy
nomás
must be
para-
nearby. The Emperor protects.
What is it you desire?
Ay, este
It will be done.
puede ir acá.
Colonel Brom taking command.
Ahora pura actualización, ¿no?
The Emperor protects.
None can stand before the Inquisition.
At your command,
Y estos...
we will move ahead
Sí.
and mark any enemy positions on patrol.
None can stand
can I
before
serve?
the Inquisition.
Walk softly and carry a big gun.
Scouts in position.
Ahí están estos. Dark Reaper.
At your command.
Eldars.
Yes, my lord.
No dice ningún lado.
Scouts ready. Search commencing. Yes, my lord.
Luego.
Scouts advance. Scouts advance. We will move ahead and mark any enemy positions. Commencing infiltration.
Bien.
Beware the alien, the mutant, the heretic.
¿Cuándo entraron? Uno nomás.
I am ready to pass judgment.
Bien. Para eso no.
What would you have me do? For the honor of the chapter.
Rhino transport is prepared.
En serio, bro. ¿Cómo no va a entrar?
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
No,
For
uno no va a
terror.
entrar.
Rhino transport is prepared.
Qué loco. Bueno. Dos de estos, dos de estos. Esto que dice Target Finders.
Beware the alien,
Rhino
the
transport is
mutant, the
prepared.
heretic.
Que vengan hasta acá.
Going straight to the front lines.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
Sí, como que duran, ¿verdad?
Rhino transport is prepared.
Para que no le maten a todas las unidades. Pero eso sería. ¿Cuál es? Al muchacho.
Rhino transport is prepared.
Under fire!
Scouts ready. Scouts in position. Gathering intelligence.
Beware the
Rhino ready.
Knowledge is power. Hide it well. I shall never tire. There is no such thing
At
as
your
innocence,
command.
only degrees of it.
Dale, dale, dale.
I stand
Pa.
ready.
Se lo que por ahí, ¿eh?
Rhino transport is prepared.
Ahí nomás acá.
Here to serve.
Yes, my lord.
Hope is the first step on the road to discipline.
None can stand before the Inquisition.
I stand ready.
I have awoken.
At once. I shall never tire. I shall never tire.
Inquisition will discharge.
Do I detect uncertainty?
Sean fuertes estos bichos, che.
In his name.
I serve.
Facilísimo.
The enemy.
beware the
They
alien.
are close.
¿Qué es lo que tengo que hacer acá? Activo. Destroy. Bring. Ah, la razón de la excavación. Ok. Dark Reaper Ambush. Bueno.
I stand ready.
The Emperor protects. Beware the alien, the
Yes?
mutant, the heretic.
I have awoken.
Ya. Bueno,
Awaiting orders.
How can I serve?
este señor puede venir a
It will be
ayudar.
done.
I await your
Este...
instructions.
No.
As you wish.
Ahí va a reparar y después que se vaya. Entonces necesito uno más de este.
Command me. Even
¿Qué
in
hago?
death I still serve.
¿Qué? ¿Qué hace falta? ¿Y este qué es?
I am the instrument of his will. Command me.
Or...
I have awoken.
Ya. Ya está todo juntos.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Rhino transport
I
deployed.
will crush
My
those who
faith
stand
is my
before me.
shield.
Yes? None can stand before the Inquisition.
Vale, y esto.
I am ready to pass judgment.
Ahora pues. Acá.
On my way.
Después.
We stand ready.
Ahí. No.
I await your
Fear denies
instructions.
faith.
Ya está.
Rhino here. We deliver into battle.
Necesito uno más de estos. Dos más realmente.
Rhino here.
Ven acá.
I await your instructions.
Ah, ¿y esta?
Build routine 7 to 1 initiated.
Verán, pues este es para los sargentos.
Rhino transport deployed.
Tengo los sargentos con una pistola de plasma y con una espada de poder. Bueno,
At your command.
estos se pueden quedar por acá para ver qué onda. Ah, hasta acá nomás se puede llegar. Hasta acá nomás se puede llegar.
We will move ahead and mark any enemy positions.
Ok, el camino es obligatoriamente por ahí.
Rhino ready.
What is it you desire?
I am the instrument of his
Rhino
will.
ready.
Híjole, cómo tarda en irse.
Faith is eternal. I am ready to serve. Again, I will crush those who stand before his will. Faith is eternal. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Apothecaries are standing by to tend to our wounded. Build them at the sacred artifact.
At last, back to war.
Este es para curar los heridos. Ok. Heal infantry. Healer. Ok.
I await your instructions.
I will see that it happens. It will be done.
Healer. Después. Y estos. Bueno, vamos a empezar. Acá.
Yes.
Apothecary ready. I am the instrument of his will. At last, back to war.
Beware the alien. The mutant.
Rhino here.
Esto acá.
Yes?
I stand ready.
Rhino transport is prepared.
Acá.
What is it you desire?
Moving on.
Bueno, entonces.
None can stand
This
before
day
the
shall be a
Inquisition.
glorious one for the
We are
Imperium.
the Emperor's chosen. For the Emperor! I am the instrument of his will.
Avancen.
On my way. It will be done. On my way.
Una locura, todas montañas son.
It will be done. It will be done.
Puro montañas.
It will be done.
Ok.
I will see that it happens.
Ah, que ahí ya me están
The Emperor protects.
atacando.
Rhino ready.
¿Lleva?
Fear not the Psyker.
Rhino transport is
¿Van
prepared.
a entrar?
Yes, most beneficent one. Build routine 7 to 1
Rhino
initiated.
Stand ready.
We carry the virtue. Rhino transport is
An
prepared.
open mind is like a
Wait.
fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
We deliver into battle. Rhino here. Take refuge within our armor.
On my way.
Faith is eternal.
I will see that it happens. Attack, men! Attack! How can I serve?
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Híjole.
Death I still serve. For the Emperor.
Vale.
yourself.
Rhino here.
I await your instructions. Build routine 721 initiated. Here to serve.
¿Dónde están?
The battlefield awaits.
Se puede añadir
The
también.
battlefield
Vamos a
awaits.
probar
I
acá.
follow your commands.
Actualización. Actualizaciones. Este es Smoke Launcher. Bueno. Sirve. Y acá, esto sí, ahora actualizar todo lo que se puede.
I am ready to serve.
What is it you desire?
Take and hold.
Faith is eternal. Command me by his word. I will crush those who stand before me. By his
Ya
word.
avancé toda la maquinaria.
It is better to die for the enemy than live for yourself.
The enemy will fall.
I am ready to serve. I will fire. I shall end. Faith is eternal. I will purge the unclean.
At least we know that the orcs and Eldar are not in league together.
When one enemy attacks another, it does not mean they aren't in league. Just that they are living up to their lack of honor.
And those who lack
Epa.
honor deserve death.
No, para. No sé.
Command me.
Mira. Se está armando ahí la pelea entre ellos. Mira vos. Destroy the orcs.
I will
Ok.
crush those who stand before me.
Objetivos. Destroy orcs. Bueno.
How can I
este
serve?
acá.
Yes,
Creo que
most
vos-
beneficent one.
Así.
Build routine 721 initiated.
Rhino here. Rhino transport is prepared.
Dispatch me here.
Squad deployed.
This is where I leave you.
Scouts in position.
Así.
An open mind is like a fortress
Yes,
with its
hello,
gates
equipo.
unbarred and unguarded. I shall never tire.
Apothecary here. No servant of the Emperor shall fall if I can help it. Rhino transport is prepared. Going straight to the
Under
front lines.
fire.
Ah, llegué.
Back to war. I will crush those who stand before me.
What would you have me do?
What is it you desire?
Ahí. Esto se
The
puede
fallen
añadir.
shall be
Sí, no.
forever remembered as the Emperor's
Ya no,
finest.
Porque ya tienen. Entonces, tengo que crear dos más. Y esto, dos más. No. No. Voy a jugar unas más nomás.
Here to serve. Build routine 721 initiated.
¿Se puede crear más? Sí. Voy a crear dos de esto y...
Marine squad deployed. Direct us to the enemy. Understood.
Pero sin el sargento, para ver si se puede.
What is it you desire?
Command me.
Bueno.
The Emperor protects.
Y el... robot.
Here to serve. Build routine
How can I serve?
721
Marine squad
initiated.
How can I
deployed.
serve?
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. I will
How can I
purge the
serve?
unclean, even in death I
What is
still
it you
serve.
desire?
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Whirlwind artillery tank deployed.
Under fire.
Demasiado.
How can I serve?
Faith is eternal. I will be there soon.
What is it you desire? I will
Ya que
see
entraron
that it
I am the
happens.
instrument of his will.
How can I serve?
Entre todos, vale.
I will see that it
I
happens.
am ready to serve. Again,
It will be done.
I am the instrument of his will.
Fire in the hole.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath,
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. I am ready to serve. Again,
The Emperor protects.
¿Qué son estos? Ah,
How can I serve? Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
Yes, Lord. Build routine 721 initiated.
I am the instrument
Yes.
of his will. I will crush
Yes.
those who stand before me.
I am prepared.
Command me
dale.
by his word.
Luego,
Direct us to the enemy. Orders received, brother.
¿qué? Ya se fue ya.
Yes, Lord.
I have awoken.
Build routine 721
Even in death I
initiated.
still serve. Faith is eternal. I will be there soon.
Yes.
We are the Emperor. Orders received.
I await your instructions. As you wish.
How can I serve?
¿Ya agarraron? Sí, ya agarraron.
It will be done.
Luego...
Under fire. Heresy grows from idleness. Heresy grows from idleness.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
He who stands with me shall be my brother.
I have awoken.
Here to serve. Build routine 721 initiated.
Bueno,
Faith is eternal.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. His will be done. Rhino ready.
luego...
Apothecary
puede.
here. Who
¿Se puede
requires
sargento? No,
fire?
todavía. ¿Se puede con...? Sí, se puede con el sargento.
How can I serve? Who requires my aid? Who requires my aid?
Epa.
Yes.
Even in death I still serve.
How can I serve?
I await your instructions.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates.
¡Yo! ¡Qué muchos!
What is it you desire?
Dale, loco.
Is eternal.
What is it you desire? It will be done.
Mucho, viejo.
I am the instrument of his will.
Qué mucho.
Command me. To me, my
Avanza,
brothers.
avanza.
To me, my brothers.
How can I serve? The battlefield awaits.
What is it you desire?
Híjole.
On my way.
Para acá.
The Emperor protects. How can I serve?
Even in death I still serve.
What is it you desire? It will be done. Yes.
I will even in death I still serve.
How can I serve? We stand ready. What's your order?
Command me.
What is it you desire?
Dale,
I will see
dale,
that yes.
viejo.
What is it you desire?
Command me.
What is it you desire?
The battlefield awaits.
For the Emperor.
Yes, most beneficent one.
I will see
How
that.
can I serve?
Faith is eternal.
What is it you desire? It will be
What
done.
are your needs?
Death I still serve.
How can I serve?
What are your needs?
I am the instrument of his will.
Apothecary here. No servant of the Emperor shall fall.
Establishing a secondary base near this location will give us a forward position with which to engage
How
the
can I
enemy.
serve? What is it you desire?
Even in death I
The
still
fallen
serve.
shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest.
At last,
The battlefield awaits. Under fire. The battlefield awaits.
I am the instrument of his will.
I await your instructions. I await your instructions.
Faith is eternal.
Puso toda la maquinaria. Mira dónde se quedó.
Scouts here. I sense danger. We will root it out.
Hope is the first
What
step
is it you
on the road
desire?
to disappointment.
What are your needs?
What is it you desire?
The battlefield awaits.
Bueno,
How can I serve?
Command me.
por aquí que hay. Autorizaciones. Ya no. Esto. Tal vez a monasterio que no tengo. Esto tampoco se puede. Bueno, entonces. Primero curar.
Yes, Lord. As you wish. Here to
Ya se
serve.
podría por allá.
I exist
Pero
to
acá voy a
serve.
hacer la base. Un lugar asqueroso. Acá sí.
Yes, Lord. Build routine 721 initiated. Here to serve. As you wish.
I am ready to serve. Again,
How can I serve?
I am the instrument
The
of his
battlefield
will.
awaits.
What is it you desire?
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Estos.
The machine spirit is prepared.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Scouts awaiting orders. Getting into position.
Después. Objetivos. Sí. Bueno. Estoy cumpliendo todos los objetivos.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Acá voy a poner estos.
At last, back to war.
I await your instructions.
Faith is eternal.
The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's
Me falta
finest.
una apotecaria. No, sí, creando unidad,
Apothecary ready. What are your needs? I follow your commands.
Espera un poco.
Direct me to the injured.
Faith is eternal.
Apothecary here. Fear
Es
denies faith.
Entonces.
The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest.
Este es el apotecario. Bueno.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
¿Quién falta? Este.
Faith is eternal. I am ready to serve. Again, even in death I still serve. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for
Híjole, ahora
yourself.
sí va a empezar a crear la base. ¿Y dónde estaba el otro? El otro robot. Ah, el otro está curando, claro. Genio. Queda todavía pelea por delante, che.
Yes, Lord. Build routine 721
Even in death I
initiated.
still serve. By his word,
How can I serve? I will see that
it
it
is
happens.
better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. Moving out.
Even in death I still serve.
Mira los pesados. ¿Qué?
Under fire.
Death I still serve. I am ready to serve. Again. By his word,
What are your needs?
The Emperor protects.
command me. I will crush those
Yes.
who stand before me.
Yes. Yes. On my
Even in
way.
death I still serve.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. Moving out.
Avanzando.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Apotecario está bien grande. Está bien.
I await your instructions. Build routine 721 initiated.
What is it you desire?
The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest.
What is it you desire?
I am the instrument
How can
of
I
his
serve?
will.
How can I serve?
At last, back
The
to war.
battlefield awaits. Under fire.
How can I
Epa,
serve?
epa, epa, epa,
What are
epa.
your needs? No servant of the Emperor shall fall.
Dale, viejo. Con razón se usan los transportes.
The battlefield awaits.
Yes, it will be done.
Híjole, mira toda la unidad que hay.
I will see that.
I am the instrument of his will.
Yes.
Faith is eternal.
How can I serve? What is it you desire?
It is better to die for the Emperor
How can I
than
serve?
for yourself.
Yes. 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 Attack, men! Attack!
How can I serve?
At last, back to war.
What is it you desire?
The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's
What is
finest.
it you desire?
Whirlwind here. His will be done.
Ay, no, espera. Estoy acá.
Spirit is
At last, back to war.
Yes. The Emperor protects.
What are your needs?
Como se tancan todo, viejo.
I await your instructions. Build routine 721 initiated. Build routine
How can I
721
serve?
initiated.
Faith is eternal.
How can I serve?
The battlefield awaits.
¿Qué es lo de todo eso? ¿Qué es lo de cayó? Acá están los que
What is it you
están
desire?
acabando. ¿A qué?
To me, my brothers, is eternal.
The Emperor protects.
What are your needs?
Excavación.
So the good Inquisitor senses no chaos here. How fortunate for the Imperium that such keen-eyed eagles stand vigil over her gates.
What dark crafts have these Eldar invoked?
None. At least not here. The servants of Chaos sacrificed this poor guardsman themselves.
To what end, Isidore?
I know not. I believe the altar is a marker, a waypoint, in a map that leads elsewhere. Someone defaced many portions of text. Regardless of what Chaos seeks here, the altar requires a sacrifice of blood, or more likely, a life.
Brother Isidore, you have an hour to study the altar. Document everything as is our tradition. Then burn it, lest its taint infect us all.
But Gabriel, there is much to learn from here. We should not be too eager to...
Learn what? Chaos does not teach. It misleads and it betrays. There is nothing to learn here, save for our next course. These transports have been damaged somehow. Make the repairs, and be quick.
Well, Brother Isidore, what betrayal have you wrought? Disabling your own vehicles? Harboring artifacts despite your good captain's instructions?
Gabriel does not understand. He does not appreciate the significance of this.
Oh, but I do.
Quiet, heretic. Once I find what you seek, I will use it against you for the glory of the Emperor and my brothers.
You wish to deal me a harsh blow, to prove your strength and worth. Well, then come to me. I wait at Mount Korath.
Have no fear, sorcerer. I will be there.
Ya.